Hey y'all, Pancake here.
Today, we are at Universal Studios Florida for the debut of Universal Mega Movie Parade. This parade features 9 floats from classic movies such as Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, and much more, with over 100 performers throughout the parade, and of course, a huge slobbering T-Rex. Come along and let's check it all out.
Well, look who we got here in the main entrance area. We got some minions out front promoting Despicable Me 4 coming out July 3rd, which is actually today. So funny enough, I didn't even know it was coming out today. Fun little photo op for you to come out here and get. Don't know how long it'll be up, but it's cute. In we go to Universal Orlando, or Universal Studios Florida, I should say. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this parade. Excited to see what it's like. It's interesting because today was supposed to be the debut of this parade, but online they said it's a technical rehearsal now. So they've changed their language a little bit. So I'll be curious to see, is the full parade going to happen or is it going to just be a little part of it? So hopefully it's the full thing. They probably just want to do that just in case some of the floats don't work or something, just so they're not promising the full thing. But it's interesting the language change that they've had since they announced it. So they actually got some stanchions up telling you that the Mega Movie Parade is starting at 6. We're gonna go find our spot somewhere along the boulevard here. So just so you guys know where the parade begins, just right across from Mel's Drive-In, right where the horror makeup show is. It comes out through those gates. Pretty much I think like all the other Universal parades. Again, when it comes to Universal, I'm not as well versed, but just want to give you that heads up. So if you want to see it right at the very beginning of when the parade starts, get a spot right out there. Although I kind of think that it's a little bit nicer down this road. Again, don't stand in front of Five and Dime, a little bit too crazy there, but maybe right around the corner from there would actually be a good spot. That way the performers are warmed up a little bit. You're not seeing them coming out of the backstage, and I feel like you just get a better performance maybe after they've come out of there. Got some dark clouds in the distance. Really hoping the weather holds off. Based off the radar, it looks like it's going to, but I don't know. There you go.
Back up, we don't have enough roads to get up to 88. Roads? Well, we don't need roads. Where? Back to the future. Why, that won't crash. fun. Yeah, the rules, we have terror. I'm afraid of no ghosts. All right. This chick is tough.
All right, y'all. Well, there you have it. There was Universal's Mega Movie Parade. What did you think? Let me know in the comments what you thought. Now, before we start getting into this and reviewing it, at one point this was going to be the debut and everything was going to be fully ready, but then they kind of switched their wording a couple days ago and said that this is a technical rehearsal. So I'm going to review it from what I saw, and then hopefully in the next week or two, if they have more floats or more characters, we'll review it again at that point. But all I can go off of is what I saw today, and I thought the parade was cute. Universal hasn't had, other than Mardi Gras, which is probably one of their most popular parades, they haven't had too many parades. And, Disney has been in the parade game for a long time. They've done daytime parades, they've done nighttime parades. And looking at the two, I feel like Disney's has just a little bit more of an edge on Universal. I felt like the main thing to me was the music. The music is tricky with the parades because with Universal's floats, they had all of the audio on board the parade float, where Disney has a whole system that basically is sending out signals to the speakers in the park. So let's say on Main Street, it basically tells those speakers when to start pumping in the track that's dedicated for that parade float. And Universal isn't utilizing that. So what happens is you have a parade float that comes by and the music is great for that. But then between the two, where you have a lot of these performers, there's nothing playing and it feels just a little empty. But regardless of that, if we're gonna go off now just based off of the floats and everything, I thought they did a great job with the float designs. I thought there was some really cool ones. I loved the ET one. Of course, the Jurassic Park one was really, really cool. We'll kind of go down the line of the parade float. So it first began with Back to the Future, and I thought it was neat that they were one wheels, but hoverboards out in front with a couple of the performers on those. And then the Marty lookalike. Guy looked like Michael J. Fox. Doc, not so much, but it's probably really tough to find performers that look like these people, but they did a great job with Marty. The next float was Sing. Nothing too memorable about that one. After that, they had the Minions, and everyone loves the Minions. I mean, they're adorable. The one thing that I did want to note about the parade floats, and this kind of goes for all of the parade floats, there wasn't a lot of kinetic energy. Again, another thing that Disney has done is their floats have moving parts on them. Whether it's a performer that's on a moving part or just, something that just gives kinetic energy throughout the float. And that's another thing that I really wish that Universal could have implemented. For example, on the ET float, it was just a little awkward at times with, the performers are kind of sitting there on their bikes and, pretending like, oh, we're flying. But, I wish there was just some movement there. Now, of course, The one that did have a lot of movement was the T-Rex, and I imagine it's an animatronic. I don't know how, it could be a puppet, but that one was great. So maybe trying to take a little bit of that and sprinkle it throughout the rest of the floats on the parade. You know, I just, that kinetic energy is a big part, you know, of these parades, and the performers do a great job of bringing that. But when it comes to the float itself, that was something that left a little bit to be desired on the floats. I just wish there was a little bit more kinetic energy. So after Minions, we had the Kung Fu Panda float, and I thought there was really great performers. They had like some martial artists out in front of that float doing some demonstrations. I thought that was really cool. And then probably one of the most favorite ones of a lot of people was the Ghostbusters float, which I thought, again, the casting in this was phenomenal. I thought they did a great job with everybody. Looked a lot like the actors in the movie. Then, of course, there was the E.T. float. Like I said, wish the bicycles would have maybe moved up and down, but nonetheless, the float itself was really beautifully made. All of these floats were really beautifully made, so I don't want to take that away from the fact that there wasn't as much kinetic energy, but great float on the E.T. one. And then what perfect timing that they would debut this parade the day before Independence Day, 4th of July. So, of course, they had Jaws, and it was the 4th of July parade. Of course, what else would you do for Jaws? I thought that was great. They had the mayor, and then, of course, Brody. Brody was a great casting as well. So, again, across the board, they did a great job of casting the people. A lot of lookalikes for this parade. Now the Jaws float I thought was really, really well done too. The detail of Bruce Shark with Captain Quint at the back, again, another great casting for Captain Quint. And now the final float, like I said, was that Jurassic Park one. They did have an Owen Grady and a couple of the other characters from Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World, I should say. Casting on those wasn't as good. I thought the girl that played Bryce Dallas Howard's character was actually a really good casting, but the Chris Pratt lookalike was I've seen better. But the slobber hanging from the T-Rex at the end was just phenomenal. The animatronic was really great. And yeah, that was the parade. That was all of the floats. It was about, I think, 9 different sections of the parade. From some rumors I had heard, there are more floats possibly. There is more to the parade that will come down the line. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we'll get to see that within the next coming weeks, but we'll have to just wait and see. So overall, in the end, I did enjoy the parade. I still think Disney has the upper hand when it comes to parades, but I thought they did a great job. And I think that families are gonna really like this. I think it caters to, you know, the pop culture fans, but also some kids with Sing and Minions in there. I think that's a great touch. So I think everyone in the family should enjoy this, and I am excited to see what else they add in the future. Now, this parade isn't the only new thing that Universal has had come out recently. They actually have a new nighttime spectacular called Cinesational, a symphonic spectacular that I was actually there to capture, and you can watch that up here if you haven't already. It's a great nighttime show. I'd highly recommend watching it. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a comment. What was your favorite float in this parade? Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe because there's a lot more content coming your way. Tomorrow night, I'm actually going out to Epcot to capture the 4th of July fireworks. I've never seen those in person, only on video. And from what I've seen on video, they are spectacular. So you're not going to want to miss that one. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember to stay golden.